Let's see. Perfect. Looks like we're live. And let me get on the right for short here. There we go. Alright, perfect. Got my little YouTube notification so everyone else knows we're live. And click. Oh, let me mute myself on there. Okay. Yay. Okay, there we go. So, we are good to go. Let's see. Just waiting for some viewers to pop in here. I am like a few minutes early, 2-3 minutes early. Whoops. What are you doing, computer? Whatever. There we go. Hey, everyone! Everyone's getting in pretty quick tonight. Oh, just got here from the Light of Living Dead, Ace. Sorry to take you away from it. I am actually really flattered that you would come do this instead. Hey, Sketchman. Ryan, I'm glad you're here for this one. I noticed last week that you said you couldn't make it, so I'm glad that you were here tonight. Hey, Rebecca. Hey, you know, you were really close to first. My viewer thing said 0 until like 2 seconds ago. So, glad you guys are all here already. Perfect. Hey, Roland, what's up? Tonight's a fun one. We're going to be doing Time Chasers, and because the sci-fi era had so few shorts, we're actually doing 2 shorts tonight. We're doing the Gumby one, as you could probably see right now on your screen, and then we're also doing the Century 21 Calling, which is the big phone short. Oh, okay, it just ended, Ace. Okay, because I was like, oh man, that's like leaving a Rift Tracks to come watch this, man. That's but no, yeah, the ending of that one is really sad. Yes, so Time Chasers won the poll for this week. It was between that and a few others. I think Deadly Bees was close, but this beat it by like $7. So we're doing Time Chasers today. Polls are still open for next week. Link again is down below to the campaign. Also, I don't know who did this. As of like 2 days ago, we were still at 312 out of the $500 goal for the St. Jude's charity stream. Or for, like, the campaign as a whole. And that was as of just, like, a day or 2 ago when I last checked. I just logged in just now so I could have it up while we're watching this, see if the numbers change. I don't know if the person is currently watching this or will be watching, in the future, later down in the night. But we got a $100 anonymous donation. So we're now at 412 out of 500, so we might hit it tonight. I can't believe that we hit $100. Someone just put a whole $100 in. So between tonight and next week, we just need, what is that then? $88, and we are there. We're at our goal. So I just, again, I don't know if you are going to be watching us, watching this tonight or in the future or ever, but whoever did that $100, I cannot thank you enough. As always, that is linked below. So thank you very much for everyone who has donated and has been able to. Again, if you can't, these are just open fun streams for everybody, but when you can, it does mean a lot. Anyway, let's get into some of the comments here. Let me see where it's easiest for me to see them right now. Let's see. Hey, let's see. I have not seen Soul yet. I know I need to. It's on Disney Plus for free. I should do it. I just haven't taken the time. I'm gonna adjust this computer a little bit. There we go. It's not quite as odd. There we go. I saw you in there, Amy. Hi. Glad you could make it today. Hey, Raptor of Rex. Let's see. Already, what, 10 of us? That's pretty good for starting like 3 minutes ago. I also made I got rid of the watermark. First of all, I was able to, let's see. I was able to pay for the Pro of Gamecaster, which actually was a lot cheaper than I thought it would be, so I was able to remove the watermark. I also made myself a little bit bigger on the screen, because when we put these in full screen, I don't take up that much space, so I thought it'd be nice just to see a little bit more of that, because sometimes it just looked a little tiny for me on there. Let's see. Oh, Roland, I'm sorry you had a stressful day, but I'm really glad that you were here tonight as well, and this is like, I thought this was a really great episode to do tonight, because it is such an absolute classic. It's one of the best ever, let alone of the sci-fi seasons, so let's see. Ooh, as someone who, sorry, the chat's moving a little bit quickly. Hey Matthew, what's up? As someone who didn't really like Inside Out, I found myself liking Soul. That's what I was hearing, was it's actually a lot better than, like, though a lot of the points that seem good about that movie are not, like, in Inside Out, which I appreciate. Let's see. I'm sorry you've been sick today, Norfolk Southern fan. I'm sorry. I hope that this is making you feel better. Probably in like 8 to 10 minutes, we'll start watching the first short here. Like I said, we're doing 2 shorts today for the sci-fi era, because there are, what, 3? I think there's only 3 shorts in the entire sci-fi library. Thanks, just call me Ian. You said that last time. I'm very sorry, Ian. Sorry about that. Sometimes it's hard for me to remember the real name versus the screen names for some of you guys. But yeah, I hope you feel better, Ian. I hope this is helping, at least some, as much as I can, not being a doctor. Let's see. I hope you guys are all doing good. I've been doing pretty good here. I don't think he's in the chat yet, but I got a suggestion on my, what video did I just post? The Every Rift Track short reviewed, first one since I've been back. But in that one I got a comment from New Starcade fan, about a short I should riff for Halloween, so I decided to do it, and I was up at like 4:30 last night, because I didn't want to go to sleep yet, and I just wrote a whole riff script for a Coronet Halloween safety short from 1985, so I'm very excited about that one. So that should be up at some point between now and Halloween. I'm not quite sure, because I also want to do at least one Halloween review, so we'll see where I put what here. Let's see. Yes, I'm very excited to do another riff. I'd been wanting to, but I just hadn't gotten through to, like, comb through shorts and pick one, you know, or decide what to do. So for someone to suggest it, I'm like, that's really easy. Also, I do know, and I'm going to say this, I think, at the beginning of it, I do know that the Mads riffed it apparently a few months ago. It's on their YouTube channel when I was looking it up the short. I couldn't find the whole thing on YouTube, only on Vimeo, which was interesting. But they had riffed it a few months back, so if there are any similar riffs, I specifically did not watch it because I didn't want to have those ideas in my head as I did it, if that makes sense. But if there are any similar riffs in mind to theirs, it is purely coincidental. Sketchman, have you thought about wanting to riff with somebody for future riffing after the Halloween shorts? I'm not sure, because I'm not sure about doing collabs and stuff, because, like, it's not that I'm like, oh, I never want to collab with anyone. Oh, make sure this computer's plugged in there. But you know, I know what I can do on my own, and, like, I know my style, and I know how I like, which is very simple overall, but I know how I like it to come out. So I don't know, it adds a whole nother layer of, like, needing to, I don't even know how to word it, really. I'm not sure. I'm not saying I'm completely against it, like, I'll never, you know, riff with anyone else ever. I'm just not sure, like, it would need to be, I think, the right person and the right material, I guess. I just kind of like, you know, having the control over my channel, like, it's mine, I can do what I want with it, you know, so, we'll see. Let's see. Ryan says, I've been getting into voice acting on audiobooks, which I'm going to try to work on riffing once the Kickstarter school starts. That is really, really cool. I don't know if you're doing Audible, that's what I have done some books on. I actually am working on a sequel book right now, which I'm very excited with. And I really enjoy it. It's just really time consuming, and it can be a lot of effort for very little, like, seeing very little coming back, depending on what offers you're taking and what books you're doing. But it is an incredible LibriVox. I don't know if I've heard of that one, but that is really, really cool to, like, it's a lot of good practice to do a lot of voices and stuff, and because for me, I just have my one voice, but being able to, like, use different inflections and intonations and stuff like that. So that's really cool. I I will say, I hope that my riffing is good enough to have not needed a school. Like, I feel like riffing, I'm not gonna say it's something that you have it or you don't. I don't think that's true. Just like with acting, I'm like, I think people can learn it, absolutely. Um, oh, been listening to The Time I Saved the Day, really great stuff. Thank you, Ryan. That's the sequel I'm working on, it's the sequel to that book, which is The Time I Saved a Damsel in Distress. So I am excited about that one. I have the first couple chapters done. Um, so it is really fun for me to do that stuff. But yeah, it's really fun to do the riffing and everything, and I just feel like I've absorbed so much of it over the last, really my whole life, but especially the last, like, 11 and a half years, being so, like, obsessive with it. Hey, Stuffy Waff, what up? Um, that I just, I just went in with my own style, and everyone seemed to like it, which I was very, very excited about, because I was scared that it might just suck, so I'm very excited that it did. Let's see. And Roland says, yes, sharing creative enterprise with others is always difficult, and that's the thing, like, I wouldn't want to mess up their vision, and I also wouldn't want them to, like, no, I don't want to even use the term, like, mess up what my vision is, like, as if I'm some, creative artist genius or something, but it just, like, the give and take could be a little weird, especially because, unlike with riff tracks, let's say, where it's guys that have worked with each other for many, many years, that I don't really have a lot of, like, close friends or people to do that kind of thing with. If anything, I might, like, if I was writing stuff and I was like, okay, these are great jokes for 2 or 3 people, I could grab a few of my sisters and be like, hey, would you riff with me, please? Or my dad. I'm sure my dad would do it. Yeah, Roland, I imagine riffing in a group would only work with someone you're really comfortable with. I think overall that's true. I don't think that's something like with improv, you can just grab a few random comedians and see if they can bounce off each other, I guess, like some improv groups or things like that. But yeah, it's like doing it with others that you're not really familiar with, I think would be a little odd. That's my biggest reason for being like, I don't know if I want to riff with other people right now. Ace says, you and Josh would be a great collab. I don't know if I've seen Josh's stuff, or at least not in a long, long time. Like, I don't know if I've actually watched. I don't watch a lot of other riffers on YouTube or anything. I mainly stick with, like, our classic guys. So, I mean, like, I guess also, if it was someone who had riffed before or was really, really familiar with riff tracks and Mystery Science, then I'd be a little bit more open to it, I guess. It would just be, like, I would need to get a feel. Like, if he already has, like, a library I can watch of his stuff, then that might help me be like, okay, I know he hits, like, this kind of stuff, and I hit this kind of stuff, and we can, like, put it together really well, Do you think Toy Story 4 is worse than 3? No, I do not. Ooh, Linkara does a great job riffing. He's a fan, too. Ooh. As if Linkara would do something with someone as small as me. I'm not saying anything against him. I'm saying I am so tiny. I don't know if he would do that. Oh, yeah. So do you think Toy Story 4 is worse than 3? I do not, because I think Toy Story 3... I think Toy Story 4, as a whole, is... Like, as a whole, it's a better movie, because it's not manipulative the entire film, I don't feel like. And I feel like there are actual good or funny points in it. Toy Story 3, I feel like, is kind of manipulative from the start, but especially, the end of both movies is terrible. Because the end of both movies completely negates the existence of the first 2 movies. Being like, you've got a friend in me, and, like, I'm gonna stick with you no matter what. And Andy's like, I'm not sticking with you guys. And then Woody's like, I'm not sticking with you guys. And I'm like, that completely, like, and I'm not saying people in real life can't do that, and that's, like, bad. Like, you can never separate from your friends. Not saying that at all. I'm just saying that I feel like for the story the movies were telling the first couple times, and for, just the fact that movies are fantasy, they don't have to have such heartbreaking endings if they don't want to. I was like, that's just a lot. I don't know. It's just not my thing, really. The second Toy Story is that's one of the best Pixar movies, but 3 and 4, like, they just rub me the wrong way. Excuse me. Let's see. So, we'll give it till 7:15. We'll do 3 more minutes of jabbering away, and then we will get to we will get to the first short here. Toy Story 5 will have zombie toys. Is there going to be a Toy Story 5? I know there's going to be the Buzz Lightyear movie where it's not Tim Allen doing the voice. Like, okay, This is true. Roland says the more you think about Toy Story, the worse the worldview of it becomes, the more troubling it becomes. Which is absolutely true. I basically don't like either Toy Story 3 or 4. Not really. I think 4 is better. But they take Buzz, who's just, like, really capable character, and they make him an idiot. Like, for no reason. Buzz is always too capable of a character. Hey, Patrick. But he's always too capable of a character, because in the first one, he doesn't realize he's a toy. So he has that as, like, an issue. Then he has, in the second one, he is, like, kidnapped by another Buzz, and the other Buzz is mostly, like, with the group for the rest of the movie. The third one, he has to go into Spanish mode. So in the fourth one, instead of actually doing anything with him, they literally just make him an idiot. Like, he doesn't know what having a voice inside me, like a conscience. And I don't get it. Like, how do we make Buzz less capable in this movie? And every time it just gets worse and dumber, I think. So that's also a big problem for me. Did you see the Chucky TV show? No, I am not into horror stuff. I've never even seen the movies. No, that is not my thing at all. The closest thing I do to horror is, like, the game theories of, like, Five Nights at Freddy's and stuff like that. Speaking of which, I am wearing my Flaming Hot Food Theory t-shirt. Very excited about it. So, let's see. Oh, hey, the It and Fit. Let's see. Thank you for respecting my opinion. I respect the opinion of people that do like those movies. Like, I get it. And for them, it may have different, you know, connections to their real childhood, or they just really love the storytelling. That's absolutely great. That it's just not for me. Let's see. We're at about 20 people. Perfect. Let's see. We are almost there. We'll give it another, like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I could start at any time. Ooh, Matthew says, have you seen the kill count videos? They take a lot of the horror out of the films they do. I may have seen, like, their thumbnails floating around, but I don't know if I've actually watched them. That might be interesting. I like the lore of a lot of scary things. Yes, Amy, it is a very tough time to be, time of year to be skittish about this stuff. It's, you know, I like the lore. Like, I think the Five Nights at Freddy's lore is, like, incredibly detailed, and how he took stuff that clearly wasn't originally meant to be anything and was able to, like, retcon it into this really good, you know, complex story that has, like, murder, but it has, you know, spiritual stuff, it has happy endings, it has bad endings, and, like, all this different kind of stuff. Dead Meat Podcast is the channel for those videos. I'll have to look at those, because those might be a fun way for me to get, like, some horror-y type things in there, but it's not too bad. Or, like, my sisters and I spent a few days over at my parents' this week, because, my sister Maddie, who is in college, had her her pre-Thanksgiving fall break was this last week, and so, we watched a few riff tracks that are, like, horror movies, but not too scary, like, Night of the Lepus, and, like, Attack of the Puppet People, and stuff like that. I'm glad that anyone that is into scary stuff is, like, having a good time prepping for Halloween with the ghosts and ghouls and stuff like that. Ooh, Roland says, I watched a lot of reviews for the Saw films in the last week. In retrospect, that may have been a mistake. It made me feel kind of sick. Oh, I'm sorry. I watched, I think it was a few months ago, where they had a new film theory about the Saw franchise. I think I had one or two of them total, and I watched them, but I didn't look at the visuals. I just listened to it almost like a podcast while I was doing something else, because I was like, I'm very interested in hearing, like, the lore and the weird, you know, why would someone do this, and be like, you have to die in these terrible ways, but then I don't actually want to watch it myself. Okay. Let's see, so we're at about 22 viewers, and got a few likes. Perfect. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, we got the... Just making sure I have everything set up here. Really? Ryan says the trailers for Night of the Lepus don't mention the rabbits at all, so they knew it was a bad idea. Why? Okay, I don't get it, man. Like, why would you even do that, then? Okay. Excuse me, hiccups. That Propel-flavored water here. Okay. Let's see. Oh, let me make sure I can hear everything, too. Was Bo Peep returning for Toy Story 4 the best thing about it? I mean, it's fine that she was back. I just think it's dumb that... Like, I just think it makes the ending really dumb. Like, why? I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't... I don't understand why they did the ending the way that they did. It just kind of negates the last 20 years of movie, in my opinion, like, completely. Let's see, make sure that I also have this set up. Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna hit play. Oh, let's see. Sorry, one more thing. Roland says, if you want a classic scary movie that isn't too horrifying, try the original Godzilla. I don't know if I've ever seen the original. I saw a lot of Godzilla when I was little, just in passing, because my dad would watch them. Interesting. Okay, so I'm gonna hit play. You guys let me know if the audio is messed up, because let's see, there we go. Because last week I did put it a little bit lower than I'd had it, and that seemed to work, so let me know as long as it, or excuse me, let me know if that keeps working. And we're gonna start with Mystery Science, The Gumby Show, Robot Rumpus. Let's see.
Oh, way better than theirs.
Yeah. You guys let me know in the comments if the audio is too low. I think I hit something. There we go.
Robot Rump? Oh,
Hooray.
I
There
was
we go.
hoping it to be about Robot Rump.
Damn.
On Saturdays, Gumby used
I'm pretty
toy
sure this
robots
is
to
pretty
do his
chopped
chores,
down. Yeah, there's only
so that
6
he
minutes,
and
and I'm
his
pretty
pal
sure the
Bo Peep
actual
could
episode is
relax.
like 10 or like a
But
normal
on this
cartoon
day,
length.
something unexpected happened.
Gumby was nude.
Audio seems fine, thank you. Hey, Creedy's girl, what's up?
You certainly may.
One of my classmates died
What's
in
up
the
with Crow's
kiln
head?
today,
I think they
Mother.
have like hats on or something.
The nice thing about Gumby is that you can
Hey,
use it as a window
Shoma, what
call.
up? My vote for the first Godzilla and any classic black and white horror
Are you
out
getting
there.
your work done all right?
Sounds good. Everyone says it
Look
sounds
out the
good. Perfect,
window,
perfect,
Mother.
perfect. Thank you
Hope you left
guys.
a big surprise in your begonias.
They had tricked Mike and the bots into dressing as animals. I couldn't remember what it was. I just knew they were dressed.
Declare. That was a clever idea.
This way we don't have to hire illegal immigrants.
It's just like the animation on
Remember
these.
to
It's
return
like,
the robots when you're through with them.
not saying claymation's easy,
Don't
but
you worry your squishy little head about it.
like even the eyes, there can't be perfectly round eyes. They're like
Don't,
bumpy.
that's Wallace and
looking.
Gromit's yard.
Hey, that's old growth clay.
Habitat against humanity.
I wonder how the rights worked with this one to do
16 tons, what do you get?
like a Gumby, because it's an actual cartoon, not an educational short.
Clay
I wonder how much
figures
that cost
go home.
them, or like how they were able to do it so well. Hey, Scooter.
Rump.
Oh yes, everyone's like Wallace and Gromit.
Clever
Yes.
boys certainly deserve some crackers with their milk.
Crackers, wow, maybe they can have
white
white rice later.
I love that one.
Close-ups reveal the weakness of the whole thing.
It's like his nose is all like bumpy and weird.
Damn, I need more pig's blood.
Mrs. Gumby is stacked.
Yes, Mother.
I want you to...
It's stuff like that that makes me feel like a lot more
Yeah, let's
competent
take
with
this
my
down
own
to the
voice
shop.
work, to be honest. I'm like, yes, Mother. I'm just like, oh man, okay, my voice stuff must. It
Well,
can't
you
be
use
bad
one
if
of
that's
those
what
older
I'm
Philips
up against,
analog
man.
chips in your robot. You're gonna get this.
Oh.
Gumbo!
Ooh,
He
some
just goes to
classic
work
horror
Starkers?
suggestions in there.
Fire department.
I think I've seen The Invisible Man,
right
or at least
away,
parts
dear.
of it. My sister Holly
here's the company
absolutely
car.
loves old, like, black and white horror movies and cryptozoology and all that kind of stuff. So she definitely has a
They say
library I
partly
could dive
Cockney Day.
into.
Gumbo's sentenced to wear permanent bell bottoms.
Why? I do.
Right, dear?
You came.
This is
just
weird
in
that the
time.
Gumby's mom has a whole outfit, but he
Yeah,
and
you're kind of slacking off on the
um,
house shaking here, Ron.
he and his dad have nothing on.
I'm gonna set you on Don Knotts strength.
Yes, okay, Ryan says the same thing. Gumbo and Gumby are nude, but the nameless mother has
Oh,
clothes.
the name
What
of
are
all
the
that
rules?
is clay.
Better mow the shag carpeting.
That squares my breast.
Just the angles in this are really weird.
Anybody hurt?
No, but go to the garage quickly.
Mom threatened to make me into a ball.
Look, Gumby. Your
How many
father-
animators did the Gumby show
Where the
have?
Gumby's never had any other
I
children.
just feel like it must not have been a lot.
Oh,
My tail is lifting.
Gotta move this body back upstate.
Oh, Gumbo, look at my flower bed.
I'm gonna glaze your backside, young man.
How did, wait, how did Gumby even
Oop,
get
bad
access
move.
to all
Robots
these
do not
robots?
fight clean.
I just
You know
realized that.
right?
He has these robots doing all his chores, and I'm like, wait, where did he even get the robots? Like
you
Phineas
get?
and Ferb in here?
Oh, thank goodness for the internal genitalia.
pay for my head bump surgery and I'll get you down.
Son, I'll need a can of Play-Doh to replace my butt.
There's only one way to stop that robot now.
So my sisters, for some reason, aren't actually in the comments, but they will text me things.
think
And my
someone
sister
just sold
Holly,
him a
who's
bad
into the
rug.
horror stuff, says Invisible Man is one of the best. Whoever suggested that knows what they're talking about. So, and Shoma, you
Meet
know what you're
death,
talking
robot.
about.
Go! Liquid metal.
Hey, you can throw things through Dad. I'm gonna get an anvil.
He's extremely high crotch.
I bought this with the royalties from an earlier short.
Yeah, when did Gumby get a Class F license?
Right, like, it doesn't, logically, none of this makes sense. How old is Gumby supposed to be? Like 8? I don't know. He's clearly a child.
Look at that robot. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh.
Body horror is oddly adorable when it's in claymation.
Davy and Goliath are moving in next door. There goes
Like, how
the
come the mom
neighborhood.
gets an actual head? But, like,
Got a
Gumbo
sweater
and Gumby are
wrapped
just,
onto her
like,
head.
straight to torso.
Oh, I pooped again.
My 7th day with no food or water. Please have mercy.
Ah, they hung his head. Oh.
Now I'm ready for years of powerful Adlerian therapy, Mike.
They hung his head. Oh, this is worse
Everyone's
than
like,
7.
Hey, his bump is on the other side.
Horrible.
There we go, and do not start yet. There we go. Perfect. Yeah, curse you, YouTube. Everyone's like, dang it, all the suggested videos popping up. Give me half a second, and I will have this next short ready. We're doing, so we did the Gumby short, so now we're doing Century 21 Calling, which is one of my personal favorites. What? Oh no! Shit! How do I... Oh, you bitch. Shoot. This is still saying it's live. Live public, no restrictions. What? This is still saying I'm live. Shit. Am I live again?